back. It is 8:52 right now, and never has there been a segment where Greg is roaming so closely to the set. Just
hovering.
Lurking. I call it creeping, because this weekend, you may not know this, but it's National Hot Pastrami Sandwich Day, a very popular deli meat. Pastrami originally created as a way to preserve meat before modern refrigeration, and well, since it's delicious, we just still do it.
Yes, and to make pastrami, now here's a factoid here, Kirk.
Okay.
To make pastrami, the raw meat is placed in brine, then partially dried, seasoned with various herbs and spices, smoked, steamed, and Jewish immigrants are generally credited with bringing pastrami to the United States.
So joining us in the kitchen this morning here in the Fox 31 studios, Jared Rosen, owner of Rye Society and 5 Points, and the chef as well, who's going to kind of assemble some sandwiches here. Good to have you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you
This
so much.
smells so good.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you.
So
so
what's,
good.
I mean, pastrami, of course, you've got a bunch of different sandwiches here, but pastrami, it's kind of a classic traditional meat, especially for the Jewish community.
Yeah, definitely. So brought over from Romanian immigrants to New York. So essentially, the story goes, Sussman Polk was the first person to serve Americanized pastrami. And the story goes that essentially he had a butcher shop. Guy came in, he was a friend of his, said, listen, I'm going to give you my pastrami recipe, but you have to keep my luggage in your basement while I go back to Romania.
Seriously?
Yeah, a true story. So he started making the pastrami. It got so popular that he expanded and opened the first New York deli.
Well, let's make the perfect pastrami sandwich, you guys. We have a lot of ingredients here, so let's just dive right on in here.
Talk us through it.
Sure.
What do we have over here?
So this is going to be a sandwich off of our menu. It's called the 18+1.
Okay.
You have to ask Jared for the name on that.
All right.
But it's basically pastrami. We're doing a baby Swiss, some rye bread, and a pineapple slaw.
Okay, do we start here?
We do. The pineapple slaw, I just have pineapple. There's green cabbage, red cabbage, green onion, some red onion.
Sweetness to the saltiness of the meat.
A little bit, yeah. And then we're going to do some rice wine vinegar and olive oil and salt. And I have some already made for us.
Okay.
Magic of television.
It's got to sit for a couple minutes.
Yes.
If you're doing this at home, real easy. You got rye and some baby Swiss. You're kind of like making a grilled cheese here.
Yeah.
Can I pause for a
Good
second?
place to start.
Nick, get a shot of Greg.
No.
This is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen.
Well, he just sat down, too.
He's waiting. There's plenty. There's plenty for everybody.
Right here.
I apologize. Please continue.
No, it's all right. We have some Russian dressing. Russian dressing is kind of like Thousand Island, but it's got a kick. It's got some horseradish in it.
So it is a little different than Thousand Island?
Yeah, lots of pickle.
Okay.
I love that so much.
We have a double boiler going here, so we have our pastrami in there,
So that's
steaming away and getting lovely for us.
All right, so now we start stacking, right?
Now we start stacking, yeah. So this has been going for a couple minutes. You can slice it and put it in here for a couple minutes, or you can have the whole brisket. You want to go for probably a couple hours, real low.
Oh my gosh.
And then bring it out and let it rest for a few minutes.
Okay.
And then you can slice it.
Any added spices on that meat once you take it out?
That is a secret.
All right,
That's
so
the secret.
we're getting to the end of the show here, but we do want to finish assembling here. You throw that slaw on top.
Yep.
And cue Greg.
Yeah.
Here he goes.
Hey, Greg, look
But seriously, you guys, there are not a lot of like Jewish delis in Denver, so you guys have a very wide open market for this sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. We recognized there was a need for this sort of thing.
Yes, there
My
is.
family's been in Colorado, in Denver specifically, for over 100 years.
Wow.
And we actually had a place called Golden Rule right in the neighborhood that my great-grandfather owned over on 38th and Walnut.
And you guys are at Larimer.
There
And
we go.
So we're
Wow,
at
look at
31st and Larimer,
31st and Larimer.
3090 Larimer.
It's like
Rye
Rhino.
Society.
Yeah,
Yep.
right in the
Get
middle
in there,
of Rhino.
Shaw.
Okay,
Just
I'm not
Fresh off the
ashamed.
grill.
We hope you have a
I'm
great
gonna-
weekend. We'll see you at 11 o'clock.
Get 11.
Get in there, Greg.
Oh, I'm getting
There
in.
we go.
Don't you worry about me.